Sorry about the quick transition, but we've just gotten the new shipment in and I figured I'd better talk about some of the new ones. So, let's start from the old stuff first. Astonishing Thor #1. This is a brilliant comic. The story, the artwork, everything about it's brilliant. If you like Thor at all, this is worth getting. If you know any of the backstory, a couple of times Thor has actually battled Ego, the Living Planet, and he's back. The artwork by Choi is beautiful, story's great, pick it up. Well worth reading. Deadpool #29 is the conclusion of the Dr. Bond run. There was a 3-issue mini-series type thing and it had Steve Rogers, Black Widow, Moon Knight, and all sorts of weird things in there. This is hilarious. I love the way Daniel Way writes Deadpool, and this is a comic worth reading. I can't fault it, it's just hilarious. It's even got really nice artwork in it. Definitely check that one out. New Mutants #19. This is completely the opposite. This is the worst conclusion I've ever seen, because it's to be continued. How can you have a conclusion to be continued? New Mutants has really, really lulled. It's gone absolutely nowhere, and they seem to keep on pushing this single story, this Fall of the New Mutants. And they're just going on and on and on with it. It's not a bad story, but hurry up and get on with it. Yeah, check it out if you want to, but sure as hell isn't going to get you into the series. Thunderstrike #1. They've re-released Thunderstrike. I never read the original Thunderstrike, so I probably missed a few of the cues. There was things like a reveal of the kid's name and it was like, who? I didn't know who it was, so it was like sort of lost on me, but it was an excellent comic, well worth reading. Nice artwork again. I don't know, Marvel's gotten some good artists in again, they must have done. This is a really good story, and if you like Thor or anything like that, it's sort of along the same sort of lines. But well worth checking out. It's a really, really good story. If you like Captain America and the Thor sort of character, check it out. Next up is The Darkness. This one came in this week. Darkness 87. Interesting comic. I enjoy The Darkness, so no, I'm going to say I like it. It's got good artwork. It was very confusing to start off with because throughout the rest of them they've been following this story where he's finding all of the statues and destroying them and all that sort of stuff. This is about one of the characters that's with him, and the entire story is just about him and the fact that he's trying to kill Jack. So it's a really well told story, but at the beginning you're sort of, wait, what happened? So yeah, if you can get past that, really excellent story. Next is Star Wars Blood Ties #4. I haven't actually been reading these, and now I'm kicking myself for it, because the artwork is beautiful. Tom Taylor's story is just brilliant. It's a good story. It was a nice conclusion. I suppose it was sort of sappy and stuff like that, but it gave emotion to Boba Fett and all that sort of stuff. It was just really, really good story. I'm going to have to go back and read the rest. Vampirella #1. I'm sorry for anybody that enjoyed this, and I'm also sorry for anybody that bought it. This was terrible. Honestly, the artwork was woeful, and I don't know, the story is so vampire cliche. It's like, just get over the vampires already. You know, move on to something else, zombies, something, anything. I don't care. But I'm just getting so tired of vampires, and this is just one of those tired stories. Ooh, she's a vampire. There's other vampires. She kills them. And that's about all that happens. It's boring. Next up is Batman Return #1. This came out a couple of weeks ago, but we've got some more in now. Because we sold out of them. Because this is an excellent story. It reveals all of the stuff about what's happening with Batman and Robin title, and the fact that Bruce is, he's back and he's doing the Batman Incorporated stuff. And at the end of it, Bruce leaves, and I shouldn't tell you the rest of it. So, trust me, pick it up, you'll want to read it. It is an excellent story. Batman Incorporated #1. This is all about Bruce and Black Cat. It's an interesting story, I guess. I don't know. I actually prefer Dick and Damian as Batman and Robin. I don't know, now that Bruce is back, it seems a little too comedic. There's a lot of weird comedy in this one that doesn't sit right for Batman as far as I'm concerned. And the artwork's a little weird. It's very heavy lined and it's not bad, but I don't know, it's just not the sort of style that I like. So it's all about Batman and Catwoman going to Japan and trying to hunt down some more people to beat Batman throughout the world. Well worth checking out. If you're into the Batman stuff, pick it up. It's worth a read, but yeah, it's not a great title. And last of all is The Traveller, number 1. This is the second of the Stan Lee promoted Boom Studios release type things. Whatever. Stan Lee has nothing to do with it. It's got his name on it. It's just his production studio that's helping Boom release it. It's not a bad story. It's kind of strange. The artwork is very sort of cartoony. It's very, very clean. A lot along the lines of like anime and stuff like that, or cartoons, where it's just like one colour into another colour, which is really nice and fun to read, but it's kind of strange. The story isn't bad, but again it's sort of cartoony, tongue-in-cheek type comedy. It is and it isn't. It's really hard to explain this one. Basically the guy's a time traveller and he comes back to, well, he doesn't come back, but he does travel through time. Read it. It's worth checking out, but, you know, expect weirdness from it. Okay, and that's it for the reviews. Let's do something else. Thor, God of Thunder, son of... sorry, talking about gods here.
Thor, God of Thunder, son of the All-Father Odin, half-brother of the mischievous Loki, God, Avenger, Saviour.
Okay, sorry, that's getting too much. Thor was created way back in 1962 by Stan the Man Lee and Jack Kirby for the ongoing comic series Journey into Mystery. Not much has changed with the Thunderer over the years that has actually stuck, but due to his popularity in Journey into Mystery, Thor was bequeathed his own title. As the story starts, Dr. Donald Blake is in Norway and after some crazy antics by some alien rock men from Saturn, is driven into a cave where he finds a stick that when struck turns him into Thor. Donald Blake still has his own mind in this form and is happy to help everyone in this new persona. Many little things have changed throughout the years that were said in the original story, like Thor can't fly, he just holds on after he's thrown Mjolnir, and the fact that originally he changed back into Don Blake if he did not keep hold of Mjolnir for longer than 60 seconds. These changes are explained throughout the series, as Thor starts to regain his own consciousness once again. Thor, it turns out, was sent to Earth to learn humility, and this creates friction between Odin and himself. Though Thor's greatest enemy was his half-brother Loki, Thor does fight against many foes, and even creates the original Avengers. This all becomes very confusing at this stage, because so much has happened over the years. The best place to jump in, if you want to read Thor, is from the beginning of Straczynski's run about 3 years ago. After Ragnarok happened, which is the end of the world in Norse mythology, Thor was given the task to raise his fallen comrades and recreate Asgard. Throughout the years, Thor has become more classical in his speech, so some people will find it hard to read his god speak, and for those of you that find this a problem, I strongly suggest checking out his godliness in the ongoing Avengers comic, because this guy's great.